Hello and welcome to 5 p.m. to 5 at 5. Again, very interesting sports day. Plenty to talk about from cricket, from football, from badminton, from cricket from around the world, actually. Multiple different sports. Let me quickly start with badminton in the Malaysia Open, give you the news points. Disappointed with Lakshya Sen. Once again, I mean, he had chances in the first game. He was up 12-10. Then he was up again losing the first game 22-20, and then again the inconsistency that we keep associating with Lakshya Sen impacting him, and he kind of disappeared from the radar in the second game, losing 2 games to 0 and losing out. Ayush Shetty, very impressive, was very much in the contest against Shiuchi, the world number one. 14 all in the first game. If I was very hopeful, losing the first 18-21, winning the second 21-18 against the world number one Ayush Shetty, 20-year-old big prospect as far as Indian badminton is concerned. Could be a major year 2026 for Ayush Shetty. Is he the next big thing in Indian badminton? Lakshya Sen needs to be consistent, the same problem that has always impacted Lakshya Sen in his career. But the big news today for Indian fans, PV Sindhu coming back, taking out Tom Miyazaki in 2 straight games, 21-8 and 21-11. Sindhu in superlative form against the much talented Miyazaki. That was a massive win in the Malaysian Super 1000, making the quarterfinal, and Satwik and Chirag winning their contest again with reasonable ease. And that I think was a big development. So Satwik and Chirag, they will play their quarterfinal. Sindhu will play her quarterfinal. Liang Wang has lost. So will it be Satchi versus Chia So once again in the semi-final, because the Koreans will possibly come through the other half of the draw. Big match coming up tomorrow again. Will Satwik and Chirag start this year again with a semi-final plus showing? They've been very consistent as third seed. So that's Malaysia Open for you. Coming to football, despite the announcement on ISL by the AIFF and the ministry, there are 3 or 4 clubs who are still in doubt. There are conditional acceptances, despite all the 14 teams wanting to play. They have all consented to play, but some of them are conditional acceptances. And I think over the next couple of days, you will see plenty of developments as far as players' salaries are concerned. I know for a fact that there is a board meeting for one of the clubs tomorrow. Part Jindal had tweeted. I know there are back channel conversations on between multiple clubs on player salaries. I know that the overall feeling is that the AIFF is taking a hit. The clubs are taking a hit. The players also need to take a hit, or at least pull in, be a part of the story. The same amount of money cannot be paid to the players that would happen with a 275 crore, overall schema. 50 crores coming from FSDL. In such a scenario, it was easier to pay, but I don't think the player salaries will remain the same. So that's the footballing development. You've not heard the end of the ISL saga. The tournament will happen, but how many clubs? Will it be 14? Will it be a couple of less clubs? We have to wait and see. Will finally all these clubs consent to play? Will some of them put forward conditional acceptances and say the player salary issue becomes an issue this particular season itself? Will it be on Doordarshan in the absence of a commercial partner? Will there be a commercial partner? All these questions are still unanswered as far as the Indian footballing scenario is concerned. So that's as much as Indian football is concerned. Coming to cricket now, let me get straight to the Indian team. There are questions already. The question that I've started the show with, the headline of the show, Tilak Varma, unfortunate injury, one of the better players for India in 2025. All of us remember Tilak Varma's heroics in the Asia Cup final has been absolutely stellar. Tilak Varma stood out in many innings, really coming of age as a player. Very disappointing and unfortunate to hear that Tilak Varma had to undergo a surgery, and from what I understand could be out for as long as a month. If it's a month, Shomik Chakraborty was telling me could be a little less, but if it is about a month, does that mean that his World Cup participation becomes in doubt? Even if the World Cup participation at this point in time is still up in the air. New Zealand series is already gone. Who replaces Tilak Varma is the question that we will debate. What does that mean for the Indian batting order? Will that mean that the Indian batting order will see a change? And Akash Chopra in today's Backstage with Boria, I think you have watched the show. Plenty of feedback on the show on social media. Akash Chopra and I, we were discussing, and Akash was very strongly advocating. At that point in time when we recorded the show, we did not know that Tilak Varma would be out with an injury. But Akash Chopra very strongly advocating that Surya Kumar Yadav should come in at number 3. So that's the question. But first, who, who replaces Tilak Varma? Two names doing the rounds. Tilak Varma, now, how does one look at this question? Tilak Varma at number 3, I think a straight replacement for Tilak Varma would be at number 3, Surya Kumar Yadav pushing himself up the order. So I absolutely envisage Surya Kumar Yadav gets back to his original position, the earlier position of batting at number 3. He had left that position for Tilak Varma, gives himself an opportunity. And as Akash Chopra was right in this one, in saying that Surya Kumar Yadav needs game time, needs to be out there to go and make a game time for himself, get back into rhythm, get back into form, which will be absolutely critical for India going into the World Cup. So if the captain makes that position his own, if the captain makes the number 3 position his own in the absence of Tilak Varma against New Zealand, what does that mean for the number 4 position? 2 contenders or 3 maybe. According to me, the number 1 contender has to be Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer on comeback, and look at this, couple of, even a week back, Shreyas Iyer had not gotten his medical clearance. People were saying, even when the team was announced, it was subject to fitness clearance. Then he played that excellent innings of 82 in his comeback game. And now, all of a sudden, by fate, luck, whatever you want to call it, World Cup doors may have just opened up for Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer at number 4 is a proven customer. If you ask me, my choice is Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer has been there, done that, played World Cups. Shreyas Iyer knows how to take pressure on home soil. He performed very, very well in the 2023 50-over World Cup. Got those hundreds. In the final, had Shreyas Iyer performed against Australia, it could have been a very different story. Shreyas Iyer did outstandingly well for the Punjab Kings in last year's IPL. Has a proven track record, is vice captain of the Indian 50-over team, knows leadership, has captained his IPL franchise, comeback trail, has scored runs. So my vote, if you ask me, will be for Shreyas Iyer to replace Tilak Varma in the Indian T20 setup, not only against New Zealand. If Tilak Varma unfortunately misses out from the World Cup, while we have to see how Shreyas Iyer goes, but you don't keep changing. So my vote is for Shreyas Iyer. The 2 other candidates who are kind of doing the rounds, I don't think Shubman Gill is a candidate. I don't think the selectors will want to consider Shubman Gill. So I'm not including Shubman Gill in this. The second candidate, I think, is Rajat Patidar. Rajat Patidar as a T20 player has been quite stellar. Rajat Patidar has had a great record for his franchise, has led the franchise outstandingly well, played beautifully for his franchise. Also in the domestic circuit, in the shorter format, Rajat Patidar is a real handful. He's the number 2 contender, according to me. Number 3, Ruturaj Gaikwad. But Ruturaj Gaikwad, can he bat 4? He did that in the ODI setup for India when he got an opportunity. He got 100. Ruturaj Gaikwad, in the absence of an opportunity at the top of the order with Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal, Ruturaj Gaikwad played 4. And when Shreyas Iyer was back, Ruturaj Gaikwad had to give way to Shreyas Iyer in the 50-over setup. But now that Tilak Varma is out, will Ruturaj Gaikwad be included in the 20-over setup? I don't think it will happen, but he is certainly one more guy who can be discussed. So 3 players, according to me. I will take questions after this. The first has to be Shreyas Iyer. My vote is for Shreyas Iyer making the team in the T20 series. And also if Tilak Varma is not available for the World Cup, then Shreyas Iyer makes the cut. If you check India's team, you will see there is an Abhishek Sharma, left hand. There is an Akshar Patel, left hand. There are multiple left-handers in that side. So another right-hander will not be a problem for India. It will not be a problem for India because Surya Kumar Yadav, Shreyas Iyer, there is a Hardik Pandya, but you can get Akshar Patel up there. So you can break that monotony with a right-left. I don't think Shreyas Iyer, being a right-hander, will have a bearing on that. My vote, as I said, goes to Shreyas Iyer as a possible replacement for Tilak Varma. Let me take questions. There are a lot of questions. We'll take some again, then go back to the discussion. Okay, Ruturaj will replace him. Krish Jankar, I've just discussed the Ruturaj point. Shreyas Iyer is the perfect replacement, says Lakshmanan B. That's what I said. Kohli ko बुला लो, retire कर चुका है, बेकार bowls के फायदा नहीं है. Brink Sarpanch Saab, says Lakshmanan. That's what we said. Proshanjit Jana, Iyer is the perfect replacement. So you can see, if you really take a vote here, Shreyas Iyer is actually leading that vote. Boryada, Prince Thakur, if Sky bats at 3, who is the reliable finisher? Plenty of people to finish. Akshar Patel can finish. Rinku Singh can finish. Hardik Pandya can finish. Washington Sundar has shown the ability to finish in Australia. You have lots of finishers. Hardik Pandya is the designated lower order finisher for India and is a top-notch one. Akshar Patel can finish. And as I said, Rinku Singh can also finish. Why fix top order if it means exposing a lower middle order? Dubey doesn't inspire much confidence. We can't leave everything to Rinku. We are not leaving everything to Rinku. Your main player in that middle order is Hardik and also Akshar Patel, slightly down, maybe at number 5 and 6. I don't think India has a problem there. With Tilak, a star like Tilak missing out, more importantly in the kind of form, that could be an issue. But I think Shreyas Iyer is as good. Shreyas Iyer is as good as anybody. If you see, when Shreyas Iyer was first left out of the team, all of us said he was the one who should have been included. Ajit said, you can only pick 15 players and not more. This is an opportunity that has opened up. Somebody's misfortune is someone else's luck. And in this case, Tilak Varma missing out has opened that opportunity for Shreyas Iyer, Prince Thakur. User Leo Rush, Shreyas bhi sahi hai. Wahi hum bol rahe hain. Ruturaj will replace him. Sakibuddin Sheikh. Indian supporter, Boryada, do KL Rahul have the chance? He has improved his game. Important question. Will KL Rahul? No, I don't think so. 2 wicket keepers in Sanju Samson and Ishan Kishan. KL Rahul as a batter only? No. I think Shreyas Iyer, better impact. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Rajat Patidar, both of them, Rajat Patidar more ahead of KL Rahul at this point in time. In the 50 overs by Indian supporter, your point is taken. KL Rahul could have been considered as a wicketkeeper option, but they want an opening wicketkeeper batter, and KL Rahul has been good. So you make a decent point, but I don't think so. Mahakal Bhakt Shreyash, आप श्रेयांश बोल रहे हो श्रेयाश करना चाहते हो? Indian supporter, मैंने आंसर कर दिया. Vivek Kumar, why not Ishan Kishan at 3? You guys are so obsessed with Pant. Where is Pant? Pant is not even in the mix. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? So where is Pant coming into the T20 mix for the World Cup? No. Why not Ishan Kishan? Why should Ishan Kishan? How is Ishan Kishan coming at 3? Where does Surya Kumar Yadav bat? Because see, it will be Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson at the top. 3 will be Surya. 4 will be Shreyas, at least for the New Zealand size. 5 will be Akshar. 6 will be Hardik. And then your 5 bowlers. Maybe one more all-rounder if Washington Sundar plays. And thereafter, Varun Chakravarti, you've got a Kuldeep Yadav, you've got a Rashdeep Singh, you've got a Harshit Rana, you've got all your bowlers out there. So I don't think Ishan Kishan makes the side at the top go. If Sanju Samson doesn't really fire, Ishan Kishan comes in as a backup opener. Rajat Patidar, possible. Like I said, Rajat Patidar is always a good alternative. Shreyas should get a chance. This is God's plan. Priya, you are right. This has opened up the door for Shreyas Iyer and again, a very, very good replacement and a very able replacement. Debu, Patidar hits spinners the best. Rajat Patidar is a top player. Make no mistake, in the T20 format, has played some good cricket, Debu. He is in contention or will be in contention, but I just think Shreyas Iyer is slightly ahead in terms of pedigree. Amit Vasava, Shreyas Iyer or Rajat Patidar. You're absolutely correct. Somnath Barik, Shreyas is actual replacement. You're right. Pankaj Agarwal, Shreyas is the best middle order batter. Sukhmeet Singh in Champions Trophy, Iyer in beast mode. So there you go. Among our viewers, largely you can see Shreyas Iyer dominating the viewer comment section, along with some people mentioning Rajat Patidar. Somnath Barik, Shreyas. Debu, I've taken that. Nashili, guys, Patidar, Sarfaraz, Pant, DDP aren't in contention. It's either Gill or Yashashvi or Ruturaj who's going to replace Tilak if that happens. No, I don't think so. I think it'll be Shreya Iyer, Nashili. I don't think it'll be Shubman Gill. It's definitely not going to be Shubman Gill at 4. They will push Surya Kumar Yadav up. 2-3, that opportunity has opened up. I do see it will be between Shreya Iyer or Rajat Patidar as an outside chance. Prince Thakur, we've taken that earlier. Send Dubey earlier instead of Tilak. Add one more batter or all-rounder batter for sure. Pankaj Agarwal, I've taken that question. Abhishek Addi, can Jaiswal be considered? Push Samson to 3. Good point. But can Samson 3, Ishan 3 possible? Or will Surya want to push himself up to 3? He has done that in the past, done that well. Will get a few more balls, will get time to get back into form. I think that's what is going to happen. But Yashashvi Jaiswal, come on. Any team with that level of talent, Yashashvi Jaiswal, always somebody that you should have in that horizon or in that radar. So Abhishek Addi, fair point, though I don't think it will happen, but I think you make a fair point. Iyer has been in beast mode. Gokul Varma, absolutely right. Squad composition be rejigged? Yes, if there is an injury, absolutely you can include. What about Kohli? What about Kohli? He's a retired player. In this particular format, only in the 50-over format is Kohli, and I think you have seen the craze for Kohli. I have written a column today that you will again see the 2027 debate, and Akash Chopra made a very interesting point. I will tell you about what he said about Rohit and Virat. I feel Rutu consolidated innings, Sakibuddin Sheikh, K. Chabra Mela, KL Rahul, maybe not. Jaiswal be considered. Abhishek, I've taken that. Loads of questions. Gokul Varma, Shreyash can handle the pressure if early wickets fall. Also go Bizark. That is correct. That's a very fair point, Gokul Varma. Riku can play at 4. That's another interesting suggestion. People have kind of typecast Rinku Singh as a finisher, give him 10 balls, give him 12 balls. Rinku Singh at 4, is that a possibility? Does he have the game, have the potential? I think he has. Rinku Singh, but I don't think India will kind of do that at this point. You don't experiment just about 5 games ahead of a World Cup. Has he batted plenty of times at 4? No. Shreya Iyer, proven customer. That's why you go for a like-for-like. Go to a player who has done the job at number 4. Rinku, serious ability, serious talent. I understand where you're coming from, but saw his performance in Afghanistan, Bangladesh series, domestic series, necessarily typecasted as finisher. That I agree with you. I agree with you, SRH supporter, that Rinku has been typecast as a finisher. There is much more to Rinku's game than simply the finisher. Shomnath, I've taken your question. Lots of questions again. Some Royal King, Jaiswal. Mohammad Raihan, better Ruturaj. So a lot of questions there. I will come back to this. The debate so far has more or less kind of rotated around Shreya Iyer, Ruturaj Gaikwad. Some people have said Yashashvi Jaiswal, and a couple of people, very, very few, I think, have moved on from beyond this to other players. Yashashvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul has also been mentioned by a couple. So this is where we are as far as the selection is concerned. I think my take on this, before I move on to the Ashes, my take on this is I think India will or should opt for Shreya Iyer because of the experience, because of the ability to take pressure, because of the kind of form he has been in. I thought he was unfortunate in being left out in the first place. I think Shreya Iyer, for him, the door has opened up as a result of this injury, and India will or should go to Shreya Iyer. That's my take on this particular matter. What's happening with BCB and ICC? Mohammad Raihan, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, from what I know, has sent a letter to the ICC today, trying to clarify its position again. But if I understand right, and what my sources are saying, the Bangladesh Cricket Board also realizes that the ICC is taking a hard line. So while it continues to take a hard line, so is the ICC. The ICC is, at this point at least, unwilling to move the matches. If it is unwilling, will it result in a stalemate? If it results in a stalemate, will there be forfeiture of points? Will Bangladesh be pulled? Because the question that is being suggested by Asif Nazrul again, that it's about national dignity. Now, is it national dignity in a perceived manner by people in Bangladesh, the political establishment, or is it security? Because your perception of national dignity, that I will not go to India because my national dignity will be hurt as a result of Mustafizur, is a very different proposition compared to the security situation in India, which you have originally said. Now, if you have to prove the security threat, is there a security threat? Was there an advisory before the Mustafizur Rahman incident happened? Was there a travel advisory before that? Today, from what I know, the Calcutta Bangladesh High Commission has also suspended tourist visas. Now, all of these are political developments. Was there a security advisory or security protocol in place? Have these questions been asked in the previous this thing? We have to wait and see where this matter is headed. But from what I understand, this matter could be going down to the wire from on the 10th, which is day after. On the 10th, by the 10th, there should be a decision taken. The ICC, from what I have understood, ticket sales are still on. From what I have understood, I don't think the ICC is also willing to relent and kind of transform or change the schedule radically. That's not happening. If that doesn't happen, will Bangladesh be pushed? Will there be a compromise formula? Will Bangladesh hold on to its hard stance and try to push the ICC, citing the example of India, citing the example of Pakistan? Where is this matter headed? Likely that the ICC might just not relent on this matter. There is a piece in Kaler Kontho newspaper, which is a leading newspaper in Bangladesh, that Mustafizur could have been brought back, etc. BCCI again backed Mustafizur, says Mohammad Raihan. There is a news article in Kaler Kontho, which is a newspaper. Now the question is political posturing, or is this there's some truth to it? From what I have heard, there has been nothing as far as this one is concerned on the part of the BCCI. Will there be a reconciliation? We have to wait and see. I don't see that happening. I see Bangladesh upping the political ante, and from there on, this matter reaching a bit of a stalemate. I don't see the ICC at this point in time willing to buy the stand of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, that because they will have to prove a security threat. Where is the security threat? In which city? Overall, can you demonstrate that? No other team is saying that. Will this become a question of ego, which is already partly a story here? They are talking about national dignity. Now, this is about perceived national dignity, that if you go to India, you are actually sacrificing your national dignity and national sovereignty. Now, if that becomes a question of ego, I don't think the ICC will buy that. So this becomes a very tricky one. Tilak becomes available for the World Cup is the best thing possible if that happens. But let's not jump the gun here. At this point, there is a major chance that could happen, provided his recovery is on track, provided his rehab is on track, provided he gets the fitness clearance. But India will have to have a plan B ready. And the plan B, like we discussed, could well be a Shreya Iyer, very likely, could be a Rajat Patidar, could be someone else. But according to me, likely between these two. And you have to have a plan B ready for a Tilak Varma, because you don't know and you don't want to be in a situation where a couple of days before the World Cup, you know that one of your main batters is not being ready. Money is not everything for us, says the silent uprising. That's fine. Then we will have to wait for the ICC decision. We will have to wait for the ICC decision, and we will see where this matter is headed. From what I have heard, I don't see the ICC relenting, or I don't see Bangladesh from the stated position. While I did see a bit of a soft stance from Bangladesh yesterday that they want an amicable solution, they yet again stated, the sports advisor stated that Bangladesh will explain to the ICC, but at no point was it closed down. So we've not heard the end of the matter, silent uprising. I am not taking a position on this, just telling you what I've heard. If it's about national dignity or a perceived national dignity, the decision will be on the Bangladesh political establishment. Aminul Islam Bulbul has spoken to the media and has said that it will be a political call, or they will be guided by the government, and they will be following the government advisory on this particular matter. Okay, as far as the Under-19 World Cup is concerned, my colleague Rohit Juglan has already reached Harare. You can watch his reports on the Rev Sports Hindi platform, the Rev Sports English platform. Multiple reports have already been filed. He will do plenty of lives. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, great series against South Africa. To George also gets 100. India wins that series. The Under-19 World Cup 4 days away. India's game. So we will follow all of the developments from the Under-19 World Cup as well, with Rohit Juglan already in Harare. You may have seen his reportage from Harare. Coming to the India-New Zealand series, Shomik Chakraborty reaches Vadodara this evening, and he will be in Vadodara covering that match with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma already there. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and the rest of the Indian team already in Vadodara. Shomik Chakraborty is on his way. He will bring you all the reportage from Vadodara. This is a key series with Rohit and Virat. Now let me tell you what Akash Chopra, okay, some questions very quickly. Buryada, do you also feel, Priyanshu, that since Jai Shah, an Indian, is heading ICC, Pak Bangladesh going very hard, because if they are not heard, they can create a narrative that is biased towards India? They will try to, but that narrative won't be bought, because there are multiple different members, and unless you are able to prove security threat, which is where the matter is at the moment, then the ICC might not relent, Priyanshu. There have been Pakistanis at the head of the ICC, Indians at the head of the ICC. So far, I haven't seen anything on the part of Jai Shah to suggest any kind of soft peddling. You know, Jai for a period was kind of criticized being Amit Shah's son and all of that, but he's been able to prove himself as a pretty astute administrator. I have not seen any false comments from him. I have not seen him take decisions in haste. In this case also, if you see, no decision has been taken in haste. The Bangladesh Cricket Board has sent another letter to the ICC. We will have to see what the final outcome is. But clearly, at this point at least, the ICC is in no mood to relent. So we will see where this matter is headed. Bangladesh media spreading delusional news. That's the, I'm not using the word delusional news, fake news about BCCI wanting to take back Mustafizur, BCB refusing. This is total nonsense. Desi Murgi, you are 100% right. Bangladesh media has never been credible. There are some good journalists in Bangladesh, but overall the media is sensationalist, and it will be about political story peddling to a large extent, with the government being a radical fundamentalist one, adopting a hard line 1 month before the election. So don't read it too much into Bangladesh media saying X, wanting Bangladesh Cricket Board refusing, as if they are sitting on a high pedestal, which they are not. You rather can read between the lines in the Bangladesh stand, and you can understand that there is a bit of a conciliatory stand while they are having to placate the political masters of the land at this point. They are also caught in between the devil and the deep sea. While they want to play, they can't go against the political establishment of the country at the moment. Ruturaj sidelined, why you don't question? Where is he sidelined? I don't think he's sidelined at all. He played well in that South Africa series, got 100. Shreyas Iyer's replacement, now Iyer is back. It is unfortunate, and we have questioned multiple times, that if Yashasvi Jaiswal was kept in as a backup, Ruturaj Gaikwad will feel hard done. But in the T20 setup, I don't think he makes it. He has not batted at 4 there in the Indian side. T20 setup, I think Shreyas Iyer is ahead of Ruturaj Gaikwad. I think Rajat Patidar is also to a degree ahead of Ruturaj Gaikwad. So there is no, don't always read conspiracy theories, Suraj Singh. Everything in life is not a conspiracy. People are not, don't play the victim card. There is no reason to project somebody as victim. Nobody is a victim here. Nobody. Freaking awesome. BCA Stadium, Kota is going to host the first men's international game, correct? Ruturaj sidelines answered that. Again, lots of the same question. Same. Don't spam. It makes it very difficult. What social dignity and national dignity? India, Pakistan were on broad daylight conflict week before they still played abiding the ACC and ICC rules. That is correct. In 2023, Pakistan came to India, did a recce, traveled to India. This whole perception of national dignity is a perception in Bangladesh. It is their perception. We don't have a say in this. The ICC will go by hard facts. If there is a security threat, prove it. This whole national dignity perception is not going to be, I don't think this will kind of make much dent in the ICC. You cannot just peddle a philosophy and say that there is a security threat. If there is a security threat, prove it. National dignity and security threat are two fundamentally different things. If it's a security threat, prove it. If you are saying national dignity, it is entirely your decision, and the ICC will not want to be concerned with it. Again, same Ruturaj question. He's asked that question a million times already. Don't keep doing that. Politics is brought into the game and a player dropped. Because of this politics, it's an insult to all players. Mohammad Raihan, politics has forever been brought into sport. It is not new, will never be new. It has always been the case, always will be the case. There has been no question whatsoever that politics and sport has gone hand in hand. And if you are talking about it, it's a domestic league. India can do anything. This is an international tournament being hosted by an international body. India's stated international policy on sports events is very clear, and they have said the same even after Operation Sindoor. Boryada, do you remember Azharuddin 62 ball 100 at Vadodara? Absolutely, I do. And Azharbhai was one of the most talented players of all time. Make no mistake that 100, I absolutely do. I think I've practically covered the whole of Mohammad Azharuddin's career. Will Shreyas Iyer not be selected to avoid Sky's position if his woeful form continues in New Zealand series? Tilak becomes, no, I don't think there will be. Again, this is a conspiracy theory, Indian supporter. They will select the best team. The best team at this point in the absence of Tilak, if it's Shreyas Iyer, they'll pick Shreyas Iyer. Surya Kumar Yadav will be given a go at number 3. If Tilak Varma becomes available for the World Cup, they will possibly go back to Tilak Varma because he's your chosen one, and we'll see what happens. To conjecture that Surya will not get back into form, this is going to happen, that is going to happen, it's reading too much into this. Your favorite Gill is playing, you guys must be happy. Playing where? Playing domestically. He's your captain. Shubham Gaming. He's your damn captain in the red ball format and 50 over format, and is your best batter in the red ball format. So I hope you know that. And the WTC cycle, much will depend on Shubman Gill being available, being able to lead that red ball team with panache. Had he been there against South Africa, India could have won. So yes, Shubman Gill, one of the most talented and the most important player in India's red ball setup as skipper. In the 50 over format also, he's your chosen skipper and hopefully will have a major role to play, going forward in the 2027 World Cup alongside Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Akash Chopra made this interesting point that had you gone ahead and asked Rohit Sharma in 23 when the World Test Championship was on, or Virat Kohli, both of who played that World Test Championship final, that in 2 years from now, in 2025 June, you will not be around for Test cricket. Both of them would have kind of said, what are you talking about? Both of them would have said, this is the real format. The reality is, within 2 years, they were both retired. Rohit Sharma retired, so did Virat Kohli from the Test match format. So Akash's point was, this is Akash's point. He said, if that is the case, and we have the example in front of us, the World Cup is still 20 months away. How is it possible for us to say from now whether or not they will play? But the decision is entirely theirs. I agree with Akash on the decision part. Where I don't agree, and I kind of think that it is almost there. And then I said that to Akash, that in terms of the hunger, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, according to me, would not have gone to Australia, would not have played the South Africa series, would not have played domestic cricket, would not have played New Zealand, and will not play subsequently if they did not have the World Cup in sight. For both of them, just to play a bilateral series or play a series of bilateral games for the sake of it, when there is absolutely nothing to prove, I think is of real no meaning to these two stalwarts. Two of the greatest two have played the sport. I think both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have set their sights on the World Cup of 2027. I absolutely believe so. I think Rohit Sharma's fitness regime, he is fitter than ever. Virat Kohli, the fitness was never a problem. With the two guys scoring loads of runs since return, one man of the series in Australia, one man of the series against South Africa, I think they have now taken control of their future and the decision is now firmly in their hands. That's where I agree with Akash, that the decision is now firmly in their hands. And I also believe that had they not had their focus or sight set on the 2027 World Cup, both of them wouldn't have played Australia or New Zealand. Now, my point is also this. When you are thinking 4 years, then you say, nah, maybe not. But when you are thinking, 26, are you seeing Virat and Rohit go to England in July? 100% yes. 100% yes that they will be part of the white ball setup in July. Now, when you are thinking they're part of the white ball setup in July, within 1 year is the World Cup. From July, next September. Do you see radical changes? Do you see India, the Indian board making radical changes in the second or the third quarter of 2026 for a 2027 World Cup? I don't see that happening. So from my standpoint, because of that, I actually believe Virat and Rohit have set their sights on the 2027 World Cup and should or will be there unless there is an injury concern or a fitness issue, which at this point in time doesn't seem to happen. So I will be very surprised if Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma don't push the bar and are not there in South Africa. And I said that to Akash in the Backstage with Boria show. Coming to the last part of this show, Ashes. What a fantastic Sydney Test match. What a fantastic Sydney Test match. बोरिया भाई रिद्धिमान साहा का कांटेक्ट ना दे दो, इंटरव्यू करना है भाई, तुम मुझे उसका कांटेक्ट देके उसको कांटेक्ट करो और बोलो बोरिया दा से माफी मांगो, फिर वो इंटरव्यू भी कर लेंगे। पहले ये कर दो मेरे लिए, न्यू ईयर गिफ्ट हो जाएगा, प्लीज करो। उसको कन्विंस कर दो कि तुमने इतना झूठ कहा उनसे, उनको इतना झेलना पड़ा तुम्हारा झूठ के वजह से, जाके प्लीज उनसे माफी मांग लो और फिर उसके बाद इंटरव्यू भी कर लेते हैं। उसको मना के ले आओ, एटलीस्ट कुछ पुण्य का काम कर लो। Last part is the Ashes. Fabulous test match. This is exactly what you need from test cricket. Second session of day 5, 5 wickets down Australia. One more and England could have been into the lower order. Yes, there was a Webster. Yes, Mitchell Starc has scored runs. It could have been it was a cracking test match. 560. 380, close to 400 from England, another 350 in the second innings, and then Australia scoring the 160 odd with 5 wickets. Really good test match. Jacob Bethel coming of age, real coming of age innings from Jacob Bethel. Scott Boland, fabulous, but the real star, 31 wickets in the series, 36 years of age, Mitchell Starc. What an absolute dream series he's had. Brilliant. 36 years of age, did not miss a single test match. Pat Cummins did, Josh Hazlewood did, Mitchell Starc with an average bowling speed of 142 with a fastest ball of 149, demonstrated why he's an absolute great of this generation. Australia justly winning 4-1. I thought it was a cracking end to that Ashes series. Finally, a really good pitch. In all of this series, I think the ball dominated the bat, and that's where, while I pick Mitchell Starc, I must also say that Travis Head is currently the best Australian batter. And if there is one batter who the opponents now fear in that Australian lineup, maybe even more than Steven Smith, it has to be Travis Head. Travis Head has been exceptional. 600 plus runs, average of 60 or 70. The kind of impact in that first test match, which England had a first innings lead, could have won. The Travis Head 100, a counter-punching 100, really made a difference for Australia in that first test match. Even this morning, Travis Head, quick start, 5 and over, 6 and over. That's the kind of counter-punch that Australia is able to land on the opponents with a Travis Head. He has been exceptional in this particular Ashes series. Overall, a good cricket deck in Sydney, and that was a welcome sign. After the 2-day farce in Melbourne, after what we had seen right through the series, the Sydney Test match was a refreshing sight, great crowd, really good contest between bat and ball, people stepping up. In Jacob Bethel, Travis Head stepping up, Joe Root gets another 100, 200s in the series. Like I said yesterday, I do see Joe Root almost going on and breaking Tendulkar's record in about 3 years. 2,000, under 2,000 runs now to chase down. Hundreds also, another 10 hundreds for Joe Root. If Root retains his fitness, he's 35. Will he come back to Australia? 39, no one knows. But certainly will play test match cricket for another couple of years. So if Joe Root does continue to play test match cricket for another couple of years, will he be able to break that record? He will be very, very, very close. So overall, Australia deserving winners of the Ashes. I thought England had their moments. I thought England in the first test match really had their opportunity, could have won, should have won, had they kind of pushed the pedal in the second innings, taken a lead. 204, if I remember from memory, was the lead that Australia chased down. Had they pushed it to about 250, maybe 260. England could have had a really good chance, but then Travis Head was the one. Let me take final couple of questions. Only all format batter in today's world, Travis Head. Yeah, Travis Head, you're right. You're actually right. In the ODI format, in test match cricket, in this thing, Travis Head, perhaps you're right. You know, when I think about it, Aiden Markram comes very close to Travis Head. So for South Africa, test match cricket, really good. ODIs and T20s, Aiden Markram comes very, very close to Travis Head. Who else? India, no one. Shubman Gill was the one, but now not a part of T20s. Among the Indians, no one really. Australia, Travis. South Africa, Aiden Markram. England, Harry Brook. Harry Brook is another one who is an all-format batter in today's day and age and is a very, very good one. Harry Brook from England also is part of that same league. Overall, you know, I really believe that Travis Head currently is Australia's go-to batter in test match cricket. That kind of brings me to the end of this show. Once again, what is this? Buriada, lots of love to you. Yes, Gary, play that? Lots of love to you. Can Pant juggle VHT knockout matches if he's still out of the 11? Of course they can. I mean, look, it cannot be that you will not play domestic cricket if you're out of the international setup. That shouldn't happen. Nisanka from Sri Lanka. Yes, Pathum Nisanka has really turned the corner. Look at the way he batted in recent times. Whoever said that is absolutely right. Absolutely, that's a good point. Love the video with Akash, sir. Yes, Akash spoke very, very well. And Akash is coming to the Trailblazers conclave. He and I had an offline chat today. He will do an Akashvani session at the Trailblazers conclave. Trailblazers this time will be fantastic. On the 26th of January, I will release the schedule of Trailblazers, and then as things progress, we will give you all of the cricketers who are coming, all of the athletes who are coming. I can tell you, we've not had Trailblazers as big and as glamorous and as elaborate as this year. It is twice the size of a Trailblazers conclave. Now you know how big it will be, because every year Trailblazers has been quite a fantastic one. On that note, I think I need to end 42 minutes on the show. Tomorrow, it will be Gargi Raut at 5 p.m. Not me. I got to travel to Delhi for the FIFA World Trophy Tour. Gargi Raut along with Rohit Juglan from Harare, Shomik Chakraborty from Vadodara. Gargi will be hosting the show tomorrow, so I will not be there, but Baka and the show, and I will also try and join whenever I can. But that's about it that I have for you at 5 tonight. For the moment, thank you very much for watching.